What if I told you that the size of your dream matters more than the size of your bank account? Sounds good, right? But what happens when everyone around you laughs at that dream? This is the story of Ethan. Ethan lived in a small rural village surrounded by dry fields and long dirt roads, the kind of place where nothing changes for years and nobody expects it to. His family was poor. Not we can't afford vacation poor, real poor. His sneakers had holes in the bottom. When it rained, his socks got wet. His backpack was stitched 3 different times. Some nights, dinner was just bread and tea. But here's the strange part. Inside that boy with empty pockets lived a vision so big it scared people. One day in school, the teacher asked, "What do you want to become?" One kid said, "Farmer." Another said, "Mechanic." When it was Ethan's turn, he stood up and said, "I want to build a company that hires people from this village." Silence. Then laughter. "You can't even afford lunch," someone whispered. Even the teacher smiled gently. "Ethan, be realistic." Be realistic. Have you ever noticed how people say that when your dream makes them uncomfortable? That afternoon, while helping his father load heavy grain sacks, one of the workers laughed and said, "Kid, people like us don't own companies. We work for them." That sentence stayed in Ethan's mind. That night, lying under the open sky, he stared at the stars and asked himself, "Why do I feel like I'm meant for more?" Was it foolishness or was it vision? The next day, walking near the river, he saw an older man sitting under a large oak tree. His name was Mr. Carter. People said he once ran a successful business in the city. Some said he lost everything. Some said he simply walked away. As Ethan walked past, Mr. Carter spoke without looking up. "You walk like someone who's shrinking." Ethan stopped. "I'm not shrinking." Mr. Carter looked at him calmly. "Then why are you letting other people measure your future?" That question hit hard. Ethan sat down. "They say my dreams are too big, that I should focus on surviving." Mr. Carter picked up a small acorn from the ground. "What do you see?" "An acorn." Mr. Carter smiled. "I see a forest." He placed it in Ethan's palm. "This looks small, weak, worthless, but inside it is something massive." Then he leaned closer. "Your pocket may be empty, but your thinking doesn't have to be." And here's where everything changed. Most poor people stay poor because they adjust their dreams to match their condition. The wind moved through the tree leaves. If you shrink your thinking to match your circumstances, you lock yourself inside them. Ethan swallowed. "But what if I fail?" Mr. Carter didn't hesitate. "You will." That answer shocked him. You will fail more than once, but thinking big isn't about avoiding failure. It's about refusing to shrink. He pointed toward the flowing river. That river cuts through rock, not because it's powerful, but because it refuses to stop. Then he tapped Ethan's chest. "Your future is decided here, not in your pocket." That night, Ethan made a decision. He would protect the size of his dream. But he had no idea how soon life would test it, and what happened next almost broke him. The next morning, Ethan stood in front of a cracked mirror. "I might be broke, but I refuse to think broke." Have you ever made a decision that scared you? Because that's what thinking big does. It scares small thinking. Ethan started walking 5 miles to the village library every evening. He read books about business, discipline, money, leadership. Most of it was confusing, but he kept going. During the day, he worked small jobs. He cleaned tools, carried supplies, fixed broken fences. Every dollar he earned, he saved. And then he tried something bold. He noticed many farmers struggled with small electronic repairs, chargers, radios, simple devices. So Ethan started learning repair skills. He bought basic tools. He opened a tiny repair table outside his house. At first, nobody trusted him. "Since when are you an expert?" someone mocked. But one customer became two. Two became five. Then came the mistake. He tried fixing an expensive device and ruined it. The customer exploded. "You think you're some big businessman? You're just a poor kid pretending." Those words hit deeper than hunger ever had. That night, Ethan sat under the oak tree again. "I failed," he said quietly. Mr. Carter nodded. "Good." Ethan looked up. "Failure is tuition. You just paid for a lesson." "I lost money." "You gained experience." Then Mr. Carter asked something powerful. "Are you going to shrink now?" That question burned. Ethan realized something. Thinking big wasn't about looking confident when things were easy. It was about standing firm when things went wrong. So, instead of quitting, he apologized. He repaid the customer slowly. People noticed. Trust began to grow. And trust is where success actually begins. But just when things started improving, life raised the stakes. Years passed. The small repair table became a tiny shop. The tiny shop became a growing business. Ethan reinvested everything. He studied markets, improved service, hired one assistant, then two. But here's the twist. A bad economic season hit the village. Crops failed, money slowed, customers disappeared, shops started closing. People whispered, "Big dreams don't survive reality." Ethan felt pressure building. He could reduce staff or think bigger. What would you do? Instead of shrinking, he expanded services. He introduced installment plans, affordable toolkits, repair subscriptions. It was risky, very risky. For months, profit was thin, but something unexpected happened. Loyalty grew. 3 nearby villages began coming to his store. His shop became the central hub of the area. One evening, Mr. Carter visited. He looked around the busy store. "You protected the size of your dream," he said quietly. Ethan smiled. "I stopped measuring my future by my pocket." Mr. Carter nodded. "And that," he said, "is why you're standing here today." Years later, the same classmates who laughed at him applied for jobs at his company. Ethan hired them, not for revenge, but as proof of growth. One night, standing outside his renovated home, Ethan looked at the stars again. Same sky, same village, different life. And here's the truth most people never understand. Empty pockets don't stop you. Small thinking does. So, let me ask you one final question. Are you shrinking your dream to match your reality, or are you expanding your actions to match your vision? Because the moment you decide to think bigger, your entire future shifts. And it starts right now.